Life has decided to collect In Peru, Citizens Collective for Life has decided to collect 81,000 signatures, 0.3% of the electoral roll, to present a legislative initiative to repeal the laws in favor of organized crime that have been enacted by the Congress of the Republic. Correspondent Ramiro Angulo with the details.
Using the right to participate in politics, the Citizens Collective for Life has begun collecting signatures to repeal laws that favor organized crime.
We are going to collect the 81,000 signatures and generate a citizen movement of active participation in politics from the formation of law and try to build public policies that favor security. In that line is that this struggle that we are undertaking is located, in order to present a bill to the Congress of the Republic and unmask the political sector that have made possible the increase in crime.
The initiative, which requires 81,000 signatures, seeks to motivate the population to participate in politics in a country where, according to official data, 6 deaths occur.
The citizens have voted overwhelmingly against parliamentary immunity in 2018, in the referendum held on December 9. More than 90% voted against parliamentary immunity, the government approved parliamentary immunity. We vote against re-election, the government approved re-election. We vote against bicameralism, the government approved bicameralism. That's it. There is a permanent mockery to the citizens by the Congress.
For the promoters of the project, the lack of efficient policies against crime shows the complicity of the authorities with the crime.
Antes era por asociación.
Before it was by association, but now they are charging individually, so the situation is terrible. Here in San Juan, nobody escaped. Both street vendors, merchants, grocers, motorcycle taxi, drivers, transporters, all of them already pay a quota. That is, the criminal organization managed today, because it has enough resources to finance the hired killer to go to kill without mercy.
With the good reconception of the initiative, the promoters hope that citizen pressure will grow and enforce the Congress to repeal the questioned laws.
But they are understanding, in the first place, that there is a loophole, an opportunity, such as the presentation of the citizenship itself for a bill. So that means that people are becoming more politicized, more aware of the needs of this instrument. That is why I also, as a worker, am incorporated in this process. And not only me, my neighbors, my colleagues participate in this process.
If the bill is rejected, its promoters will continue to collect signatures to promote a broad popular consultation in order to eliminate these norms that threaten the right to live.
Desde Lima, para teleSUR, Ramiro Angulo Maquiavelo.
Colombian President Gustavo Petro filed a complaint with the Attorney General's office against former Foreign Minister Álvaro Leiva for an alleged coup plot to remove him from office. The legal recourse presented before the Prosecutor's Office of the Republic refers that the conduct of the former foreign minister violated the fundamental principles of the Constitution, which aims to protect the popular sovereignty and democratic stability. Leiva's alleged plan to overthrow Petro was revealed on Sunday by the newspaper El País, which published audios in which the former foreign minister claims to have met 2 months ago in the United States with Congressman Mario Diaz-Balart in an attempt to approach the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, and to exert international pressure against Petro. In the United States, a federal judge today blocked an order by President Donald Trump to bind asylum at the country's southern border after concluding that it contravenes immigration laws to protect those seeking refuge in the U.S. U.S. District Judge Randolph Moss asserted in a 128-page document that President Trump exceeded his authority by violating immigration and nationality law, which establishes strict guidelines on who qualifies for asylum. Moss stated that neither the immigration law nor the Constitution grants the President an extra-regulatory regime to repatriate or remove individuals from the United States without an opportunity to apply for asylum. This legal battle began in early February, shortly after Donald Trump's inauguration. And in Peru, the government approved the increase of President Dina Boluarte's monthly salary to more than double, which sparked immediate criticism that the increase was politically impertinent and undeserved. The Minister of Economy, Raúl Pérez, made the announcement after the weekly session of the Council of Ministers, which approved the increase proposed by the National Civil Service Authority. The decision increases the salary to a little more than $10,000, amount that Boluarte will receive as of this week, and after leaving the government, she will receive that sum as pension. Economist Jorge Gonzalez Izquierdo said that if the presidential salary were paid by results, the poverty figures would determine that Boluarte does not deserve any increase. And celebrations are ongoing in St. Vincent and the Grenadines in what is known as Vincimas Carnivals, one of the most important celebrations held in the island. Let's go with our special envoy, Belén de los Santos, for more updates of this carnival season. Welcome, Belén.
Hello, Luis. Such a pleasure to be here once again. We're still in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. You were just saying it. Vincimas is underway. It's a complete celebration. And today's Thursday, so we are really nearing that final weekend. The main events are starting today, so everyone is already very much excited, prepared, and ready for the final competitions, the final masquerades, the final parties. Everything is getting ready. So let's review a little bit of what is happening. We were talking yesterday about the cultural importance of Carnival to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, a unique Caribbean festival and carnival with its special characteristics. We were talking about the importance of the cultural rhythms and how Carnival is really a moment, a place in which the different components of society come here and celebrate that cultural identity. So that is part of what is happening at this moment. And also, yesterday we were touring the capital, we were touring Kingstown, and we were looking at and chatting with everyone there. People were getting ready, they were getting prepared. So we had performers rehearsing their final runs before their competitions, their performances that are starting today with the main events and will continue throughout the weekend. Also, we visited a lot of band camps. These are the sites in which the bands or the groups that participate in the carnival are getting ready for the masquerade. They're getting ready for the competition. So every band has its own name, it's its own grouping, it is choosing its own ideas and themes for the participation in the carnival. They're making their own artisanal costumes. So we visited them, we talked about the importance, the significance of this moment, and they were all very much excited, but also, and very important, they were talking about this as a moment to participate and continue the tradition with younger generations. Many of the people involved in these bands were participating in Carnival from a very, very young age, and now they're leading their bands and they're leading the costume design making, and they're doing this with younger people as well, continuing that tradition. So that is a little bit of what we're leaving here. As the final events, the most important ones, are just hours away.
Belén, you were saying that we're on the final stretch of this carnival season. What specifically is on the agenda for Thursday this day? What are the special activities that are going to be held this Thursday?
Yes, so today is a very important day. A lot of people have been waiting for it, and a lot of the preparations and rehearsals that we saw yesterday were particularly for today, because today is the Still and Glitter event. This is a combination of steel band competition and also a masquerade. The steel band competition, the percussion, one of the rhythmic components of this carnival as well. So that will be tonight. We will be there. We will be as well. As we were saying yesterday, all of this also involves not only the adult competitions, but also the young adult competitions, the kids competitions, who are getting ready in this concerts, in the celebrations, to participate of the event as well. So we'll have the junior edition as well. The kids will also be playing their still bands, and we will continue to follow everything. It'll definitely be a great, great night.
Thank you, Belén. We're going to stay in touch, of course, for a coming news brief to have all the details of what is happening, and we're going to be paying attention to these big celebrations this Thursday night.
Of course, we'll be in touch.
Vincimas continues to be celebrated in St. Vincent and the Grenadines as the carnivals reach its final stages with the best celebrations and activities going on in this Thursday, Friday, and over the weekend. Let's go with our special envoy, Belén de los Santos, to have all the details of this carnival season in the country.
Hello, Luis. Exactly. We continue here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. As you were saying, we are hitting the top days of Vincimas. We are in a full preparations. Everyone is ready and set because, as we were saying earlier today, the main events are starting. Of course, this has been going on for the past weeks, but today is one of the events that everyone has been waiting for, both in its year and also adult edition, the Still and Glitter, where the music meets the style and the masquerades, the festivals meets the still band percussions. So we will be looking forward to that. And actually, yesterday we were touring Kingstown as the band camps, the mass bands were getting ready and setting everything, preparing the costumes, preparing the performances and final rehearsals. And we actually got to speak to some of the artists, some very renowned artists here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, because we were saying calypso, for example, is one of the most important traditional rhythms. It speaks to the relevance of the culture, and it's a rhythm that takes an important and couldn't access cultural device pretense. So we were speaking to Samthur Sandy Adams, an old-time performer that will be performing once again this weekend, and this is what he said.
In general, St. Vincent is the hottest carnival in the Caribbean, and so you expect nothing but non-stop partying and vibes and fun and excitement. There will be major competition like Soca Monarch competition, Calypso competition, Queens of the Band, Panorama. So this weekend is gonna be just a competition weekend. Even the masqueraders on Tuesday will be displaying their costume, but they will be judged on that day as well. So it's all going down from I think from Friday on to Wednesday when it finished. It's strictly competition throughout that time.
The importance of identity is one of the main topics that these artists are highlighting in their performances. And this was one of the things other band camps were selecting the idols, the imported figures, to pay tribute to them in this new carnival. This is all in preparation for what is starting today. The main events are becoming and are starting, and we will be following them closely. So stay tuned with teleSUR English. Please, I go back to you now.
Thank you, Belén, for the latest information coming from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We're going to stay tuned for upcoming news brief to have more details of what is happening. St. Vincent and the Grenadines continue to celebrate Vincimas, most important traditions and carnival seasons in the Caribbean. Let's go live with our special envoy, Belén de los Santos, who is in country to have all the latest information on these celebrations. Welcome, Belén.
Hello, Luis. Again, such a pleasure to be with you once more from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, specifically from Arnos Vale, just a few kilometers away from Kingstown. We've been touring the city and really enjoying this carnival that is underway, this carnival that is Vincimas, and that is heading into the most important days. Actually, today, Thursday, is one of the most important celebrations, and we've been talking about how the preparations were getting ready. We were in Kingstown, downtown Kingstown last night, and we can definitely say that many people did not get any sleep last night, and not because of partying, but because of that preparations, last minute costumes, last minute rehearsals as well, because the main events are coming, and those events are competitions, band competitions. We are going to have the Steel Band and the Steel and Glitter Festival featuring the Steel Band competition and also some masquerades. So the costumes meet the percussion, meet the music in general in this big celebration that is always highlighting the cross of this identity, diversity, and cultural heritage that we are working with and really living with here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Yesterday, as we were saying, we talked to Ali from the Nelson's Block, one of these mass bands that we were sharing with you. The bands are the groups that prepare and then compete in this carnivals. They compete with their own costumes, with their own storytelling. They were telling us a little bit about this tradition and also the importance of the artisan work that goes into this tradition, and also that the carnival here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines has a specific characteristic, and that is that they are trying to tell a story in the streets. That's what Ali was telling us. Let's listen to her a little bit.
Everything is made from hand. So what we do is do traditional masks to depict, as my colleagues say, a storyline to tell on the streets of Kingston. So you can watch it and say, oh wow, yes, we have this. Oh yes, this do happen. It may not come the way you expected or think it will come, but then when you see it, you said, wow, I didn't expect it to come that way. What we try to do, as we say, depict a storyline, and this is something we try to maintain. It is not what we find the young people want. And it's hard because we have been trying, not just this band, but other bands, the umbrella of bands, have been trying on numerous occasions to get back into the primary level and work with the children coming up so they can then do the hands-on in terms of sketch. You know what I mean? Come, you sketch it, let me see if you can build it. How best you can come and build it within a mass camp. How best you can take cardboard and turn it into something. It is hard. People find it's hard, but once you get the hang of it, you love it.
So we were talking to Ali, and she was saying that, well, there's really no translating the true spirit of the carnival. You need to be here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, but we are trying our best to carry some of those voices, some of those ideas, so that you can enjoy with us what is happening here in this beautiful island nation. So we will continue to bring you everything of these celebrations and festivities. Stay tuned to see the steel band competition coming in a few hours. We hope to bring you some of that. But for now, Luis, I go back to you.
Thank you, Belen. We're going to be waiting for those beautiful images of those competitions that you were referring to, and we'll stay in touch to have all the latest updates coming from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. In Peru, Citizens Collective for Life has decided to collect 81,000 signatures, 0.3% of the electoral roll, to present a legislative initiative to repeal the laws in favor of organized crime that have been enacted by the Congress of the Republic. Correspondent Ramiro Angulo with the details.
Using their right to participate in politics, the Citizens Collective for Life has begun collecting signatures to repeal laws that favor organized crime.
We are going to collect the 81,000 signatures and generate a citizen movement of active participation in politics from the formation of law and try to build public policies that favor security. In that line is that this struggle that we are undertaking is located, in order to present a bill to the Congress of the Republic and unmask the political sector that have made possible the increase in crime.
The initiative, which requires 81,000 signatures, seeks to motivate the population to participate in politics in a country where, according to official data, 6 deaths occur.
The citizens have voted overwhelmingly against parliamentary immunity in 2018, in the referendum held on December 9. More than 90% voted against parliamentary immunity, the government approved parliamentary immunity. We vote against re-election, the government approved re-election. We vote against bicameralism, the government approved bicameralism. That is, there is a permanent mockery to the citizen by the
Para
Congress.
los promotores del
For the
proyecto,
promoters of the project, the lack of efficient policies against crime shows the complicity of the authorities